Excuse me. I'm sorry, but aren't you Dr. Komyoji?
Yes, who are you?
You must forgive me. I was an acquaintance of your late son, Ichiro. I had the honor of meeting him while he was studying overseas.
You knew my son?
Yes, it's an honor to meet you, sir. My name is Gil Helbert.
You say it was Ichiro who wrote this letter to you?
Yes. If at all possible, I'd like to fulfill his request, assuming, of course, that it wouldn't offend you. I understand that you're currently constructing a robot. Sorry, I mean android. You see, I'd like for you to let me help fund you.
It's not that I don't appreciate the offer, but I don't think I can go back to it. It's just, I've lost the will to go on. First my wife died, and now losing Ichiro like this. I've lost everything that made life worth living.
I understand how you must feel, sir. But this letter is essentially Ichiro's last request. It's what he would have wanted. Are you willing to let his dreams die with him?
Dr. Komyoji, I don't pretend to know what you're going through. I'm certain there is no greater pain than losing a child, but surely granting your son's wish would be the greatest memorial you could ever hope to give him.
Thank you, Mrs. Hilbert.
Oh, please excuse me. You see, I'm not the professor's wife.
Huh?
Yes. I neglected to introduce you earlier. This is my private secretary.
My name is Chigusa Sakamoto.
Mother, what were you doing with Professor Gil?
Don't try to fight it, Kikaider. Just relax. I'll guide you to the eternal peace you've been looking for. You see, only I am able to understand the torment you feel.
I wonder just how far I can trust Professor Gil. In return for the funding, I've received order after order for new androids.
Androids to be used as weapons. And I'm wondering just what Gil intends to do with them. Last night he came yet again to check on the production of the bat-type robot he had ordered. Without his knowing, I have installed an extra component, the Gemini conscience circuit, which I have been developing. It's my hope that it will act as a deterrent to any evil plans he may have.
Why does my conscience circuit torture me with pain? Are these the pangs of guilt? It's nonsense!
No, it can't be! I don't believe it! All this time, I should have seen it. I've been such a fool. Even the accident with Ichiro was all Gil's... It can't be true. Mother!
You'll be pleased to hear. Your Jiro will suffer no longer. I've dispatched him myself.
Okay, Dad. Whenever you're ready.
Let's do it. Activating now. I've been such a blind fool. Even that accident was all Gil's doing. It was all part of his plan. He killed Ichiro so he'd be able to get close to me. But that's not the most unbelievable thing. It turned out that my own wife was a spy for Gil.
I understand. Please, give the message to Professor Gil.
Hey, Mommy! Who's Professor Gil? Mommy! Mommy! No! It's not true! It's not true! It can't be!
Just hold on.
I see that you're awake.
Jiro! It's Jiro, he's all right!
He's either very lucky or very unlucky. Before I'm done with him, he'll be wishing that he had stayed buried in that coffin. That's right, Kikaider. Now we can have a little fun, shall we? Besides, we must all play our parts in this tragedy.
Mitsuko, I'm here! Mitsuko!
I'm disappointed in you, Jiro. You were fooled by a simple hologram. Are you so obsessed with this girl that your capacity to think clearly is gone? I had hoped that a fellow robot would have been programmed to exhibit a bit more intelligence than that. What requiem would you like for him? A little Brahms, Verdi, perhaps some Mozart for an elegant touch?
What are you talking about?
Which composer do you think suits this fool? Even somebody like Jiro deserves to be sent off with some beautiful music.
Stop it now! What you're doing here is ridiculous.
So you think it's ridiculous, huh? Well, then I have no choice. Against my good taste, we'll keep the ceremony simple. These are my beloved servants. As you can see, my dear, these are no ordinary bats.
You mean they're robots?
They're cyborgs, like a normal bat, but with the ability to electrocute their prey. He could probably stop a few bats, but even Kikaider is no match for all of them.
Please, no! Jiro, you've got to transform! Hurry, Jiro! You have to transform so you can get out of there!
I can't transform, Mitsuko. Not with you here, I won't!
But why? I don't understand. Why is all this so funny?
Are you really that naive? Can't you see that he won't transform because he doesn't want you to see that ugly body of his? The poor fool would sooner die than allow the one he loves to see him like that.
No, Mitsuko. Please don't. Don't look at me.
Bravo, Kikaider! How hideously magnificent! Never has there been a more pitiful clown. A splendid tragic comedy.
You bastard! Jiro, listen to me. There's no reason for you to be ashamed of the way you look. The anguish you feel in fighting your brothers. The anguish of fighting evil in your heart. Despite your half-completed body, these are the feelings that define you. The fact that you have these feelings is proof that your heart is totally pure and honest. Even your transformed body is proof of your purity, Jiro. That's why it's nothing for you to be ashamed of. Jiro, don't you see?
And now to bring down the final curtain on this performance. Farewell, Kikaider. My servants will make sure that your curtain call is electrifying. Despite what you may think, I'm not so perverse as to keep watching that horror. You and I both know how this is going to end. It's only a matter of time.
You're wrong. Jiro won't lose. I don't believe it. He'll transform and then he'll find a way to escape.
You're dreaming. It's ridiculous for you to think that you would ever be able to understand how he thinks. Don't you see? He lives his life in limbo. He's neither human nor machine, and he's constantly torn between the two. I alone understand his agony, for we are the same. We hate ourselves for having a conscience, for having a heart that won't let us give ourselves completely over to evil, and there is no one who will ever love us. There's no one who can even begin to understand.
So, you think that you can understand my heart? You think that all humans are happy? Do you really think that for every child born there is someone who loves them? Is that what you think? You talk about feeling alone and abandoned as if you were the only one who ever felt that way. Well, if you're looking for my pity, you can forget it!
Stop it! What you're saying is absolute nonsense!
Nonsense? Maybe it is. But even so, Jiro is still fighting. Even though people call him a monster, even though everyone shuns him, he finds the will to keep fighting alone. I see now. We must be in my father's old laboratory. This is where my brother died. If that hadn't occurred, none of this would have ever happened. We could have avoided so much grief. This meaningless battle would never have been necessary.
We enter this world through an endless shroud of tears, huh? That's almost Shakespearean, isn't it? Even so, you humans are so entangled in your fears, you will never understand. A day in which we can finally escape our grief will never, ever come. What's that noise? That frequency?
A noise?
What now?
Jiro!
That's incredible. He's discovered a way to send out a jamming signal to disrupt the bat's sonar. But how? I see. He's adapted his internal calibration systems to synthesize the vibration frequency of the guitar strings he's plucking. Well done, Kikaider! It appears I need to finish this job myself. I'll wait outside. You're not seriously thinking about fighting me in that form, are you? Then I have no choice.
Prepare to die!
How pitiful! You're blindly determined to die in your human form. Well then, your wish is my command! That's more like it. All right then! Farewell, Kikaider. It's time for the finale!
Let's go! Let's go!
Why did you save me?
Unfortunately, I allowed my heart to sway me. In the house, when you told me you shared the same grief that I did, just those words, I wonder if this is what it's like to have a heart. To experience thoughts and actions that could never be measured by reason. It lets a machine know love, makes it ashamed of its own ugliness. What a truly strange thing it is.
We have to get you inside the house. If we hurry, I know we can repair this wound. And I'm sure once we find the blueprint, we can even perfect your Gemini.
Don't bother. I have no desire to be manipulated by my conscience circuit any longer. Now, all I want is peace.
No!
If I had wanted to fix it, I could have done that long ago. The one who knows the conscience circuit, who knows it better than anyone else. That person is with Professor Kill.
What do you mean? Are you saying that my father is still alive?
Who's there?
He said he wanted to die in peace, didn't he? Why not give the old fool what he wanted?
Who are you?